This is why I use Google+. Ooh, Unfriended. Now, in Unfriended, an anonymous video is posted to YouTube, and in this video we see a girl get pretty embarrassed, and she's so embarrassed that she commits suicide because of the video. Now, jump to a year later, a group of friends are hanging out on Skype, and then this anonymous user joins the chat, threatens to kill them all if they sign off. Now, going into Unfriended, I was looking forward to seeing this film because I was hearing really good things about the film when it was originally called Cybernatural. And then critics' reviews were surprisingly positive. It currently, at the moment, has a fresh score on Rotten Tomatoes. And having now seen the movie, I would say overall, I enjoyed my time with this film. It is not a perfect movie, and there are a lot of flaws with it. But overall, there was a lot of things that happened in Unfriended that I did really enjoy. And I would have to say the strongest thing about this film is the gimmick itself, because it actually doesn't make it seem like a gimmick. You're watching this movie strictly off the viewpoint of a laptop. And by watching that way, it does put up a bunch of boundaries. But the film takes those boundaries and doesn't make them weaknesses, but makes them advantages. So yes, you're watching YouTube videos and you're going on Facebook and you're checking Instagram and all that stuff, but you're doing it in a way that adds this sort of surrealist horror element to the film. And granted, there are also a lot of problems with the movie. And I would say the biggest problem with Unfriended is I cared less about any of these characters. I mean, none of these characters are likable. Granted, there's also this really cool underlying message about cyberbullying. And so when you have a message about cyberbullying, it is kind of hard to like characters who are being victims of participating in cyberbullying. Also, there are way too many jump scares in this film. Some of them are really effective, but some of them you're like, okay, I didn't need that. Also, some of the dialogue that they say in this movie works and doesn't work. At times, it's a bit too silly, and at times, it actually sounds like conversations that people are having on Skype. Now, granted, it's impossible to watch this film and not think of the other horror film, The Den, that takes the same gimmick and utilizes it the exact same way. But if you want my personal opinion, Unfriended takes the gimmick and does it better. But personally, at the end of the day, I was more terrified and more shooken up while watching The Den. I actually wouldn't go out and see this film in the theaters. Personally, I think if you're gonna watch this movie, I would actually watch it at home, and particularly on your laptop if you can. When I watched the horror film The Den, I had actually watched it on my laptop, and it gave it sort of an unsettling, disturbing experience, because I felt like I was actually watching her through my laptop. So I felt like had I watched this film on my laptop, I would have felt like more of a user and that I was partaking in this chat as well. In terms of scares, I wasn't, in a sense, on the edge of my seat or terrified in the film. Like, it had a creep factor, it had this sense of dread, which I really did appreciate. But for the most part, I wasn't petrified. Unfriended is going to earn a score of a 3 out of 5. So you guys, have you seen Unfriended? Are you interested in seeing this film? Make sure to leave your thoughts in that comment section below. And until next time, you guys, I'm the Slash Movie Reviewer, and you guys have just been slashed.